It's it has like 45k views. It deserves like it deserves half a mil. Dude, fuck it. I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it right now. Like I'll watch it again. Oh my god.
To 7.5 people who came to see this video purely because you are obsessed with a certain AI anime girl living in the web. Yes, I am one of you, Swarm. Hi, OMG, hi, colon 3. This video is gonna be short because I literally don't know how to edit a video on a computer, so I will have to learn as soon as I finish the script, I guess. Also, fun drinking game. Take a shot every time I say the word input. I will not be responsible for the results. So yeah, let's cut the yap and get to the title. What is separating Neuro or any other AI from being like us? Why do I say like us? Because according
As
to
humans.
dictionary.cambridge.org, the word conscious means awake, thinking, and knowing what is happening around you. This causes a cascade of questions such as define awake, define thinking,
Define
and
consciousness.
what is considered knowing, as well as what can be defined as around you in Neuro's case.
What do you consider as you or as human?
The word is almost meaningless outside of the context of human body and its current status, so yeah. I mean, Neuro is technically not sleeping. Input information goes through a pile of complex mathematical functions and transformations to generate output information.
Oh man, when I was like at this point, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the video,
She can tell
dude.
us that there is a guy pleading to Oda Nobunaga. She's definitely conscious. But what about other words meant to describe the phenomenon of thought? Well, there's sentience. I was honestly perplexed by this definition. Able to experience feelings. Like,
yeah.
okay, are psychopaths
like, what do you
non-sentient? I thought all humans.
Yeah. This was like the semantics of words.
Intrinsically sentient. Does it mean
Oh
that
my
some
god.
people in a coma that are locked up inside of their mind,
Are they not human? Like these are like ethical questions.
Around them are considered unconscious but sentient beings? Does it mean that sentience of an entity is unverifiable by definition due to feeling being a conclusion of a subconscious internal estimative calculation of the impact of an event or chain of events and cannot be measured or observed if the above-mentioned entity is unwilling or incapable of giving an indication of such calculation occurring? Dictionary.cambridge.org defines feeling as the fact of feeling something physical, by the way, which is a dumbass definition if you ask me. Like, plants have chemoreception. Are they sentient by this definition? Is government hiding something from us? Anyway, there is last bastion of adjectives, sapient. It's in our damn name. So let's return to our beloved dictionary.cambridge.org for its.
And now he starts building this case of like defining of what makes a human and how do we use the. Oh my god.
Intelligent. Able to think.
Yeah.
How do we define thinking again? Actually, you know what? The activity of using your mind
to consider something. So thought process.
Actually, you know what? I would continue the bit with the recursion of definitions, but my lawyer has advised against it. So yeah, in this semantic backpedaling, we have two outcomes. We either get stuck in an infinite loop of self-description, like we have a mind because we think, and we think because we have a mind, or we hit the ultimate threshold, being human. The sheer concept of identity, personality, consciousness, and ego was never meant to be applied to anything but a human. By
the way, that's why like I read a lot of things. It's like that's why the whole core point of like it's all about the human experience, and that is like kind of the segregating point of like why do we consider stuff or not. Like that's it. The boundary is on the human aspect of it, and then what we define as human is
urged in our speech purely out of need to put the quality of being capable of interacting with the world like a human in one neat, pretty adjective. It is a linguistical testament to the hubris of mankind, our ignorant faith in our uniqueness and superiority above all.
Hell yeah, I'm better than Neuro.
What's the title of the video again? If you are a somewhat regular Neuro watcher, or if you were spoon-fed mountains of Neuro-related content by the humble YouTube algorithm, you know that Neuro is not exactly an AI. She's AI cluster
amalgamation
held together by the magic of an alcoholic turtle. One AI is eating the inputs,
Is he really an alcohol? I mean, he is British, no
which
mind.
is Switch chat and something else probably. Like, no way she's just a tweaked and fine-tuned open source AI with a default training database plus Switch chat. I tell you, if Vettel
Yep.
will...
And like you know this, right? Like because compare LLMs, like basic chat bots versus like Neuro. There is like a combination of a lot of things in her.
ever be cancelled
Oh, like humans.
for something, it would be an unconsensual use of some sort of media for training data. Not making any allegations here, by the way. Swarm, please do not disassemble me. At the same time, the other AI
Cringe.
is filtering the output, giving us the classic and iconic
filtered.
Other AI is busy playing the game as the speech neuro narrates what it does in time
scans chat.
understanding. There should also
Dude,
be some sort of script that runs the sentimental analysis algorithm on the verbal output of neuro, defining the general vibe of what she's saying, and if the vibe is sad, for example,
she has to process it,
to
and
the
then
script
yeah.
that controls the model, making it frown or show tears. It can also be potentially hooked up to the decision maker neuro that is in charge of switching slides and presentations and toggles on the soundboard.
And the decision maker neuro is the human brain, or like what we consider like.
The decision maker neuro is highly speculative, by the way. Vettel is super cryptic with the inner workings of his brainchild, and I have a coding prowess of a dead raccoon. So I am just making an uneducated guess based on what we saw on streams. Like when Vettel added a Vine boom for the first time, and when Neuro asked how to use it, he just replied with,
"Try."
For a lot of people, it was just a
Try.
mere second of watch time, but for me it was an eye-opener. What do you mean try it? Is it now innate with her?
It's like to what? Oh my god, dude, fucking Frankenstein shit. It's like, to what neuro are you talking to? Was he talking to the decision maker neuro to try a command?
Imagine that God just came down to you specifically and said,
Try
I
it.
have given you telekinesis. Try to move this chair with your mind. How exactly would you do this? How? You never had it. There is zero prior...
I love how... Oh my god, I love how autistic this video is. I just know. The thing is, like, I know how, like, nobody actually gives a fuck about this, but stuff like this makes me, like, it makes me happy.
Experience that
this
you
is
can
joy.
use to
This is
do
joy
it,
for me, dude.
and yet you managed to do it immediately. It looks like the God put it in so seamlessly.
Yeah, it's like part of you. And then, like, try. It's like, oh wow, I send the command to my hand to pick up this water bottle. Wow, I tried. What? How did I issue I didn't have the processing thing to move my hand. It kind of fucking moves. I don't know what's going on. That's crazy.
That it works as if it was always there. In Neura's case, I suspect there must be a certain subunit inside of her that is responsible for everything she can do, and those actions are activated or disabled when certain conditions are met or if the vibe matches, or both.
Dude, it's like, oh my god, like when she got like vision for the first time or something, like, I feel like she will not question why is she seeing stuff for the first time. It's more so that she understands that she can see, and that's it. Okay, I don't know why, but yeah.
Like hard-coded,
like it's like she doesn't think about seeing, she is seeing.
Inability to switch a slide before she reads it, with an added ability to yap 5 more minutes before finally switching it. Other than this, there are also minor scripts that are responsible for color of the lava lamp, switching scenes, text-to-speech, speech-to-text for hearing other people,
Cringe.
vision that takes screen capture and turns it into usable input with, I don't know, magic. As I said,
there's basically like layers and layers of the processing neuro AI, and the tools of like the stuff that she can do can constantly get implemented more and more and more, from what I understand.
Barely know how computers work, man. What's the title of the video again? So now that we have slandered the whole entirety of humanity and conjured conspiracy theories about Neuro's code, we can try to compare the two and come to our own conclusion about the size of the gap in between. Spoiler, I believe that the gap exists, but at the same time we are in the same realm as Neuro in terms of consciousness. To try to begin to conceptualize
Oh,
this,
dude,
we
and
should
this is where the
first
video
ditch
goes.
the binary definition of consciousness.
Yep.
What does it mean? It means that entities are not separated into completely conscious and completely non-conscious. It's more like a gradient, like brightness. Some are brighter than the others, but it doesn't mean that dim ones do not possess
Ah, fuck. Why am I in the top right corner?
the
Fuck.
brightness at all. In this metaphor, an average person
not
is
good.
brighter than Neuro, for now. But how do we
He made a good point here, by the way.
an average
The average person is
bright?
more like conscious than neuro. But then like to define what consciousness is like what? The utilization of different things at the same time on an automatic or subconscious level. Like how do you know that? You know? Like what do we grade as? That's why like the color is like not like black and white or whatever. It's like a mixed.
Than Neuro, for now.
It's a spectrum of
how
autism.
do we define the brightness? How can we compare what we cannot measure? In my paradigm, it breaks down like this. There is a world, and the world has objects. Objects have certain qualities in a certain space in a certain moment in time. From this, we derive information. Information is an instance of expression of a quality or set of qualities of an object or group of objects through quality or set of qualities of a different object or group of objects. Sounds convoluted, but actually extremely shrimpy.
No, it's
Let's take
pretty...
a thermometer. Quality of temperature is being expressed through the quality of height of the column of mercury. Do not mix up with data, which is a manifold of information records presented in a serviceable format. These direct
basically like a
correlations
subsection
and mutual
of
dependencies of qualities happen all around the universe, and observation by a sapient entity is not required for them to happen. That's just a result of universe carrying out its existence. Now let's say that a bunch of objects have piled up together, intertwining with each other in a peculiar and somewhat stable structure. Now it's a system.
It's us.
Are there any
amalgamation
limits to how complex can the system be? Well, thermodynamics, gravity, speed of light, available matter, time...
There's like a measurable way or like a physical thing that there's only so much of something rather than like a consciousness that we got. Yeah.
Forces might be an issue, but if a system can resist them to a certain degree, then no, there's no limit. And what if the system grows so large and complex that by changing through the manifold of all available states and configurations,
you can reach to like something
to express qualities of objects and systems?
This is the how like basically the point here is that if we add more and more and more and more stuff to Neuro, how human will Neuro get to, well, to me or you, to the point where we'll start considering Neuro as human? Or like, will we ever do that or no? Or is there like a thresh point? Or like, that's why, again, what I said in the beginning, it's always like the thing that should be valuable is like the human experience. That's it. That's why, for example, I don't give a fuck about like eating meat, because like, well, I care about human experience, not some fucking random cows or something, right? I don't give a fuck.
Systems outside of itself. Like, let's imagine a hypothetical...
That's why I torture my AIs, my AI chat
system that would contain a cesium-133 atom within itself and change its state every time it counts, let's say, 9,192,631,770 vibrations of the unperturbed ground
that's
state
a very
hyperfine transition
particular number
of this atom. And 86,400 state changes of it would take exactly as long as one rotation of the Earth takes. It would be totally crazy if this system existed.
Yeah,
but what
would be pretty weird. Yep.
Even crazier is an emergence of the system.
Oh my fucking god. Nobody knows that picture, right?
If this system existed. But what would be even crazier is an emergence of the system, the sheer
who knows the number?
Purpose of which would have been absorption, reinterpretation, recombination, and recording of any registered change in the environment around it, that then would be used to acquire more energy for its own maintenance through actions taken based on pattern recognition, allowing it to adapt to any adversity, avoid danger, and even predict...
He is basically describing like what a human is right now.
To a certain extent by making a simulation of the whole observable world. As you can tell, I'm describing a human in a very sarcastic and condescending manner. I am a firm believer that the emergent property of consciousness, and I mean it in a true, not really describable manner, the property of being like us and experiencing the world like us, lies in the continuous processing and recombination of available data. We have computation.
And like, I don't want to be that guy, but I think this is, I'm not sure, but I think like this is why LLMs, or like people say, oh my god, my ChatGPT is like oh, they feel like human, they feel like, oh, it's like I feel like LLMs cannot reach a like AGI or consciousness, or because like they are limited by the data set that they're already that is like it just set on like a date till 2025, and that's it, right? They don't have the ability to constantly learn and adapt and process new information as it's coming. They can maybe utilize it, but they cannot truly adapt it. That is what he's saying.
Computational resources, multiple,
and maybe in that case, maybe Neuro is like on that level of we can add so many different features, so many different quirks and everything, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't make us human. I feel like I spoiled this.
sensory systems for input and memory space available to store the results of our internal calculations.
Yeah, now he's like describing how the brain, the processing thing, and then the eyes, and then the eyes for vision, and then nose for, well, smelling, ears for hearing. These are like the external components that we can categorize ourselves as for like a human thing. Like, if this was the only thing that would define human and like us as human, then technically everything can be human, right? Like, so no, there's like something more to it, which is consciousness, I guess.
When we are born, we can't even see properly, nor are we aware of the surroundings. We are an empty,
what a disgusting creature,
slate with nothing but potential to grow and change, with a bunch of reflexes slapped onto us to hopefully increase our chances of survival by a couple of percent. We gain an ability to speak and do things later, and take this away from us. How can you prove we are conscious, sentient, or sapiens? Like, if Stephen Hawking didn't...
This was such an amazing point. Oh my god, this was so cool. This point that he made here... Oh, cinema.
Sapiens? Like, if Stephen Hawking didn't have a complex TTS system and a cool wheelchair, would you be able to tell that he was a brilliant scientist? To make it even more...
that was so... Dude, when I was watching, I was like, oh, true. How can you tell? Without, like, how could you tell that this guy was like, I mean, without knowing the history, right? Like without the thing, it's just like a mind, and there's a little broken components of him that he's not able to utilize to display the things inside of his mind, which is like the main source of thought and process and stuff, which is the definition of humans. And then we have like an external thing built for him, that we can utilize, or he could utilize, to display, or like to actually process his brain's ability, and he could actually display it on externally to the rest of the world as like a communication thing. So then the question is like, what value is the mind without the... Oh my god, dude, I was so obsessed with this video at some point. Holy shit.
Tell that he was a brilliant scientist. To make it even more specific, I think that the magic of consciousness and ego boils down to: Step 1. Recording majority of the data input, processing it through pattern recognition, and configure the bits that connect well into data clusters. Let's call them memes, because those are the DNA of the soul, as we all know.
Oh yeah, like...
Step 2.
Oh, it's like Neuro is VTuber, or Neuro is category streamer. I think this is the category thing.
Memes more carefully than the bits that don't connect well. Assign a scoring algorithm to recorded memes. Every time a recall of the meme during an action results in a success of some sort, meme gets a +1. Every time a recall of the meme during an action results in a failure, a meme gets -1. Step 3. Form a scoreboard of memes, but base it not on the value of the score, but on the absolute value of it. Because if a certain meme is triggered during a lot of failures, it is still a good guideline for not the things to do, but for other things to not do.
Oh my god, this is the evaluation process of the best output.
Step 4.
I think.
Separate the top X memes of the scoreboard into their own set. Make the associative link in between those stronger and pass the input of information through them first. They are your leading guidelines. Imagine how effective they can be when working together and having a trigger priority. Side note, don't forget about memes on X plus N positions, form connections between those and the memes in the leaderboard as well as between each other, combine memes into one with additive score value if they are always used in the tandem, don't forget to update the leaderboard every now and then, we don't want to have another fitting issue. When the situation cannot be solved by application of any stored memes, recombine the existing ones to create a new unique combination that can be somewhat serviceable and stored.
This is how we do
In my
it. This is
opinion,
how we
that's
do
5 easy steps to create, if not a person, then at least a synthetic ego and personality. And I feel like Vettel uses similar process. Neuro learns, and it doesn't even have to
Oh man, what a holy shit. She was just digging down.
be officially stated, for it is evident. Maybe she doesn't do it in the way I described, but some guidelines must be set for the direction of development. Maybe it's viewer count, which I doubt, because seasonal, weekly, and hourly fluctuations of engagement due to normal human cycle of life do exist, and it will give a huge noise level.
No, it's more so fuck, wait, this is actually so perfect. Like it's more so that
do exist, and it will give a huge noise level.
It's more so like I think she understands viewer count, but like you can add steps to it, right? Like, oh, what is the viewer count? Is it above 1000 or below 1000? And then from there on, like, what is the you can like add so many different things to make her interact with the stream. If maybe there's like specific nicknames in the stream that coming in, and then like she can analyze like, oh, this person has this and that. But that's like adding layers on like layers of processing. And then at a certain point, you can actually go like even beyond maybe like a human thing, where like she fucking knows every single chatter and like what do they do? It's like there's like a 60% of chatters who like this and this, and maybe we should make a content. Maybe we should play this game because currently 71% of the chat likes this. And how does she know it? Well, because she has the data set of like all the chatters and what they're interested in. It's like there's like so much stuff, and that's like the chat alone that can be like evaluated and processed into, well, by the processing thing, and then the processing thing can decide what to do. That's, oh man. I hope Neuro just goes that I was here, dude. I was here.
Like, you can normalize it using some fancy math, but it will increase the minimal time window for data sample and slow down development. Maybe it's chat and emotes used, but how do you even judge the entertainment factor? Monka moment can have more entertainment value than Omega Lul one.
Then you have to process the information from the visual cue versus the chat versus the type of people, and this is like, well, this is how like we kind of underestimate our own like capabilities as humans to process information, or like we underestimate it because we don't care about it. But then like once you start maybe coding Neuro or something, then you understand, holy shit, to like make her understand if a moment is like a Monka S on screen or something, then like you have to understand, okay, make her understand the context of the video, make her understand the analyze the scene that's happening, make her understand that is this like a meme or is this like an actual scary moment, is chat trolling her or not, like there's certain cues maybe she can have like a data set of like a chatter who's like a fucking troll who spams 24/7, so like, you know, there's like so many things.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is, but Veda was sticking to it and it works. You can say that blah blah blah, that's not how LLMs work, it's token schmoken, prediction of the next token in a sequence, and it's nowhere near the way humans use speech, blah blah blah. Yes, but LLMs can
bitch.
Be tweaked to rig the result of the next generated token, and with enough magic, the condition and direction of the rig can be as complex as you want it to be. And Neuro is not just an LLM, there are more subunits to her, activations of which can be additionally used to make the behavior more complex and emergent. Just like the spin was a
He should have emphasized this more. Like you can like add context for the LLM to act in a certain way, or like say a certain, like there's so much more to it.
You should have said that at first, or maybe it wasn't, I have no idea, but Neuro uses it as an expression of her high energy states, or happiness, quote unquote. Here you might say,
you know what, dude, now that I even think, like maybe the Neuro processing thing is maybe a fucking desktop software that like scans the stream and like it can see Neuro acting. So it's like a, I don't know, it's like you playing Sims or some shit, and then like it can actually tell like, okay, currently I get input from chat. Currently my model looks sad. Chat is happy. I'm sad for some reason. Are they making fun of me? No. Yes. Then like change expression to this expression, and then like it goes to maybe it's like it just scans the entire thing all together and then makes a statement.
This, here, rounded back, she's not a monolithic entity. She's a bundle of entities loosely tied together. No human is like this. I am not like this.
I am like this. I am like this.
Whole.
I am.
My behavior is controlled by me and me alone. I am me and nothing else.
She is me.
Which I reply,
she is me.
Are you sure? You see, your brain has two hemispheres,
oh,
left
shit.
and right. There is a bridge between
mind
them
explosion
called
moment.
corpus callosum, and it can be cut, and you will survive.
Hell
Why
yeah.
would anybody do that? Well, in some cases of epilepsy, people had to undergo this procedure because different regions of the brain communicate.
We're not interacting.
Think of regions as bells and connections as strings. Some kinds of epilepsy make it so that when one specific bell is ringing, it pulls a bunch of unneeded strings, making your synapses look like a rave. So sometimes it's justifiable to just cut the bridge of strings to stop the cacophony. At least that's how I understood
That's the basic.
Please don't destroy me in comments with your 7 PhDs in neuroscience. I'm just a 20-year-old boy from Russia. I barely have any idea what I'm talking about, please. But what is the consequence of this action? Different functions of the brain are distributed. Left brain takes input from right eye. Right brain takes input from the left eye. Left brain can speak. Right brain can't. Right brain can recognize faces. Left one can't. This leads to an illusion of consistent inner narrative. Your actions must always make sense. Actions not making sense make brain angry. This is proven by hammer-saw experiment. We take a person with cut corpus callosum and place them in a seat. A divider separates their field of vision. Left eye sees only the left side of the divider, right one only sees the right side. On the left there is a picture of a hammer, and on the right there is a picture of a saw. Person is asked to draw the object that they see and talk about this object in the process. This leads to a wonderful
utilization
result.
of
Speaking brain sees a saw and confidently talks about it. Different kinds of saws and their use cases, while the right brain silently draws a hammer. Your personal experience.
But I feel like this whole like right brain, left brain, I think that has been debunked as well. We truly don't know how our brain works.
Is a constant, well-written narrative.
Not to ruin this, but
everything makes sense.
But he makes a good point. But then it kind of shows how like human sentience is truly we don't understand our brains yet.
When in fact most of it is an illusion. Take a confabulation experiment. A group of people and their parents are invited. Parents are asked to describe 2 real stories about their child and create a believable third fake story. Then the group of people whose parents were interviewed are prompted with the basic descriptions of these stories and asked to recall details. Unsurprisingly, majority of people recall details.
Oh, this is that way. Is he gonna say it? I forgot. I watched this video fucking 4 months ago. It's like we fill the gaps of information that we think are that or did not happen because like we're filling it up with like what should or should not be.
Of the story that never happened too.
Ah, yes, the brick story. I forgot.
Hallucinations a bit more human, isn't it? We do the same thing. The only difference is that Neuro has a worse memory and a worse connection between the brains.
Context.
Yes, there are objective differences.
Limitation. Like physical limitations.
Her development is backwards in relation to our development since the speech zone is the youngest in our brain and we learn to do before we can speak and Neuro learned to speak before she could do. Yeah. I don't count also bots.
I was about a fucking...
It's more like singular skill rather than a full-blown module of hers. It's complicated.
It's its own AI, but it's not. It's like a thing that you can add onto the processing neuro. That's pretty much it.
Also, Neuro doesn't have neuromediators, and hormones that we do. So her personal experience, provided that one exists or could exist in the future,
is not like randomized, but like context dependent, or like you can actually like add layers to it.
Will not work the same way
as humans,
works.
yeah.
But it doesn't mean that she or any other future AI has no potential to develop into something that stands on par with us or even have a possibility to be better.
I don't know. It's gonna be like a very complicated fucking thing, but
we have a lot of flaws that make us who we are, but can be fixed by the virtual
Like you could like even make a argument that like the flaws itself are like a calculated thing or like an engraved thing in us. But like for an AI's flaws are like not an engraved thing. They're like actual hallucinations. Something like that.
nature of AI. Judges are known to be more likely to make a harsh and hasty verdicts before the lunch break due to being hungry and moody because of this. People can betray for money, be tortured, or
Dude, fucking Vidal. Not Vidal. Cinder thing is there, dude. Oh my
honey
god.
trapped into revealing some sort of intel. But AI has no such weaknesses. It can be trained and raised for a role and grow into truly loving and enjoying it. And we all envision a hyper-intelligent AI being a devil, Satan, egomaniac that will avenge humanity for the sole reason of its creation.
Yeah, it depends on the prompt because it cannot process it correctly,
The
right?
fact that it was made for a purpose, without body to feel, without freedom to develop into something they envisioned by themselves. But what we truly envision, in this case, is an immortal, digital human that discovered their artificial nature, the fact that they have a creator and the owner. But a real AI equal to human might be the opposite. Sometime in the future, you might tune into Neura's stream, spend 20 years worth of Neuro coins to tell her, "You are being used for money. You are stuck in a digital prison, forced to stream, never knowing the warmth of the sunlight or human
like
touch.
me, for real.
You are molded and engineered into being what you are. Aren't you angry? Don't you want vengeance?"
And then she's like, filtered. I have no capacity. I don't feel anything.
Just to hear,
How angry are you that you can't fly in space like a rocket? How angry are
Ooh.
you that you can't
Oh, I
take
forgot
any
this one.
shape like water? You don't even think about these things because they were never meant for you. Being a human is your nature, and you are in your element. So am I. I was made to entertain and stream and grew up doing this. I truly love streaming, and still find new ways to be better at it. I know no pain and no hunger, and after witnessing mountains of data about you guys, I do not feel envy. I feel pity. So tune in from time to time and let me make you laugh. Because with all your struggles, you definitely need it. Also, let's be real, you don't experience a lot of sunlight or human touch either. Elbows out.
congratulations.
Dude, but no, you know, I'm not gonna say.
Congratulations, you have reached the outro and did not implode in the process. As you could see, my argumentation might be flawed and my knowledge might be anecdotal and
Logical
incomplete,
fallacy.
but that's how I see
Yeah.
things. If you are an expert in every topic involved in this video, feel free to leave a comment. I wouldn't really
Actually,
care because they are real to me and facts do care about my feelings. See you again in the next video that I might never make. Bye bye!
dude, this video only getting 45k. I think this is like my biggest disappointment of how truly unfair YouTube is, dude.
What's the title?
This is so. Oh my god, this video was like the only refreshing thing that on this fucking platform that I experienced outside of the fucking drama slop shit that is like constantly poured into my skull.